I never thought a BTS concert could scare me. Concerts are supposed to be the happiest place on earth for armies, right? But this one isn't about happiness. It's about something I can't explain. Something that still follows me to this day. It started the night before the show. Like so many others, I'd missed the ticketing rounds. I watched people scream online about how lucky they were, while I sat there heartbroken. Then, out of nowhere, I saw a resale ticket pop up. It was real. Expensive, but real. And without even thinking, I bought it. I couldn't believe my luck. I was actually going to see BTS. The next day felt like a dream. I dressed in purple, charged my ARMY bomb, and joined the river of fans heading toward the stadium. The air itself buzzed with excitement. People sang, traded photo cards, waved banners. It was like a living, breathing ocean of purple. By the time I found my section, I was shaking with joy. But then, I noticed something strange. The chair next to mine wasn't empty, not exactly. A piece of paper was taped to it. 3 words written in thick black marker, "Do not sit." I laughed under my breath. Probably a broken chair, or maybe staff had reserved it. It didn't matter. I had my seat and I was here. That was enough. When the lights dimmed and the crowd became a purple ocean, my chest nearly burst with excitement. The boys came out, the music hit, and the stadium exploded. For the first few songs, I was lost in the moment. But then I felt it, a cold breeze brushing my neck. Like someone had opened a freezer door right next to me. Slowly, I turned my head. And the seat that was supposed to stay empty wasn't empty anymore. A girl sat there. She wore a black BTS hoodie, the hood pulled so low her face was swallowed in shadow. Her hands rested neatly in her lap, pale and unmoving. My heart skipped. She hadn't climbed over me to sit down. I would have noticed. And the note, the "Do Not Sit" paper, was gone. Just gone. I leaned slightly toward her and whispered, "Hi." Nothing. No reaction. She didn't clap, didn't cheer, didn't wave a light stick. She just sat there, head tilted forward slightly, like she was listening to something none of us could hear. I turned back to the stage, trying to focus. But every time the light swept across the crowd, the stadium glowed, except for her. Her face stayed hidden, as if the light refused to touch her. I raised my phone to record, but when I looked at the playback, my blood ran cold. The seat next to me was empty again. On my screen, it looked completely unoccupied. But I could feel her. I could hear the faint scrape of fabric when she shifted slightly. I lowered my phone, my hands trembling. She was there in real life, but she didn't exist in the video. I tried to shake it off, but then Namjoon stepped forward, smiling at the crowd, and said, "We love you, ARMY." The stadium erupted in screams and cheers. And in that explosion of sound, I felt something warm brush against my ear. A whisper. Finally. My whole body froze. My stomach dropped. I snapped my head toward her, but she hadn't moved. Still sitting, still silent. I couldn't breathe. I forced myself to look back at the stage, gripping my ARMY bomb so tight my hands hurt. A few songs later, I noticed something else. The boys were scanning the crowd like they always do, but sometimes their eyes lingered on our section just a little too long. Almost like they were looking directly at the seat beside me. I told myself I was imagining it. But I wasn't the only one who noticed her. At one point, I caught a girl 2 rows ahead glancing back. Her smile faltered, her eyes widened slightly. And then she turned away quickly, pretending nothing happened. No one wanted to acknowledge her. By the encore, I was trembling so badly I could barely wave my light stick. My voice was gone, not from cheering, but from fear. When the lights came on and armies began filing out, I told myself she would leave too. She had to. But when I glanced to my side, she was still there. Still sitting, still hidden beneath that hood. And that's when it hit me. The "Do Not Sit" note wasn't there to keep us out of the seat. It was there to keep her in it. I practically ran out of the stadium that night. My chest hurt from holding my breath, my hands shook so badly I could barely hold my phone. I told myself I was overtired, that I'd imagined everything. But the fear didn't leave me. The next morning, I searched fan cams from the show, hoping to see proof that the seat had really been empty. At first, everything looked normal. But then I froze. In almost every fan cam from my section, she was there. The hooded girl. Always sitting still. Always staring. And in every single video, no matter the angle, her head was turned slightly toward my seat. I felt sick. I pulled out my ticket, looking for the seat number next to mine. Maybe I could find the person who sat there. But the more I looked, the worse it got. Because according to the stadium map, my seat had no neighbor. The chair next to me wasn't supposed to exist. That night, I lay in bed, clutching my phone, trying to convince myself I'd misunderstood. And then I noticed something terrifying. New photos had appeared in my gallery. Screenshots from the concert. Still frames from fan cams. And in every single one, the girl was clearer. Closer. I deleted them instantly. But the next day they were back. And there were more. Some weren't from the concert at all. Some were of me. Sleeping. And now, every time I go back to watch a BTS live, I swear I catch glimpses of her. Just in the corner of the screen, blurry and still. Watching. So if you ever get a seat at a BTS concert and you see a note taped to it, saying "Do not sit, don't question it. Don't get curious. Don't even look twice. Because whoever sits there isn't supposed to be here anymore."